Gee, the weather's balmy. Spring is the nicest time of the year. Trees are green, flowers are in bloom. Makes a fella feel good. Toot-toot-tootsie, goodbye. Toot-toot-tootsie. Where does Jolson get off saying he doesn't go, yeah? Da-da-da-dum-bum-bum-bum.
Excuse me, mister.
Huh?
Could you spare a dime for a cup of coffee?
A dime? Well, let's see. I haven't got a dime. The smallest I have is half a dollar.
I haven't eaten since yesterday.
Well, look, buddy, here, take the half a dollar.
Gee, mister, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Dum-dum, tootsie, goodbye. Yum-bum, beam, bum-bum-bum. Gee, that was nice of me. He only asked me for a dime, and I gave him a half a dollar. I wonder if it's deductible.
And now we come to one of the highlights of the evening. A man to whom Mr. Benny gave the 50 cents. Mr. John L. C. Sivoney.
That's the guy I gave the money to.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy to have this chance to talk to you because, I have a confession to make. When Mr. Benny gave me the 50 cents, I didn't want to buy nothing to eat. I just want to take the 50 cents and buy a sweepstake ticket.
Sweepstake ticket?
Well, I did. And that night I went home and I was just hanging around the house. I wasn't doing anything. Just hanging around the house. I didn't feel like doing anything. So I was hanging around the house and... I started listening to the radio. All of a sudden, the radio started talking to me. And I had the radio for 3 years. I never said anything to the radio. The radio never said anything to me. I didn't speak to any furniture in my house at all. All of a sudden, the radio says, "Did you know that you are the winner of $150,000? I said, "Who? You? Me? Yeah." I said, "You know what my number is?" He said, "Your number is 204-759-03-07-M6-99077. 389-044. 8773, John L. C. Sivoney. I said, "Holy smoke, that's me." So I won $150,000.
$150,000?
That's what I won.
Then $150,000 is mine. I gave you the 50 cents. I paid for that ticket. It's mine. It's mine. I paid for it. I paid for it, do you hear? It's mine. I paid for it.
Boss!
It's mine. It's mine. I paid for it.
Boss, wake up!
I paid.
Huh?
Boss, you've been yelling in your sleep.
Oh, yes, I was dreaming.
What were you dreaming, boss?
About giving that man 50 cents. For heaven's sake, there go the rest of the bit.
Yes? Excuse me, mister. could you help a fella out?
What?
I ain't had nothing to eat since yesterday.
Say, wait a minute. You look familiar to me.
Huh?
Didn't you stop me last week on Vine Street?
Say, that's right. I asked you for a dime for a cup of coffee, and you give me $50.
I thought I saw your face before. Well, look, I'll arrange to get you something to eat, but first I'd like to ask you a question, Mr.
Sivoney. John L.C. Sivoney.
Well, Mr. Sivoney, this question sounds silly, but did you buy a sweepstakes? Did you buy a sweepstakes ticket with the money I gave you?
Oh, no. That would be spending the dough foolishly.
Oh. Well, what did you do with the money?
I bought a guide to the movie star's home.
You were so broke that you had to beg for money, and you spent it to buy a guide to the movie star's home?
Well, I'll tell you how it happened anyway. I was hanging around the park, and I wasn't doing nothing. I was just hanging around. I didn't feel like doing anything. I said to myself, what are you doing, John? I always call myself John. I never call myself Mr. Sivoney. That's my father's name. So I said, I ain't doing nothing. And I wasn't. I was just hanging around the park. I wasn't doing nothing. Well, I started feeding some of the peanuts to the pigeons.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why I shared my peanuts with the pigeons. They never shared nothing with me. After a while, a fella comes along. He says, hey, you. I says, who? He says, you. I says, me? He says, yeah. Ooh, he made me so nervous. I said, what do you want? He says, do you want to buy a guide to the movie star's home? And I wasn't doing nothing, so I bought it.
So that's what you've been doing all day, walking around looking at the movie star's home?
Yeah, and I already saw Gregory Peck, Ray Milland, and Lina Turner. Lina gave me her autograph.
She did?
Yeah, and while she was signing her name, she smiled at me. Ooh, it made me so nervous. Well, you just wait here, Mr. Sivoney, and I'll have a man fix you something to eat. Thank you. But don't make nothing fancy. I'm in a hurry. I got to get over to Bob Hope's house by 5 o'clock. Oh, are you going to get a meal from Mr. Hope? No, I'm one of his writers. Well, look, you just wait here and I'll have some food brought to you. Wait a minute. It's 4 o'clock. Can I have a cocktail first? No, my bar doesn't open till 6. Oh, Rochester.
Yes, boss?
There's a hungry man out in the back. Will you go in the kitchen and fix him something to eat?
Yes, sir.
You know, Mary, that's an amazing coincidence. It's the same man who asked me for a dime last week, and I gave him 50 cents. Rochester, what fell?
The pots and pans were all out of dishes.
Let us go back to the exercises.
Okay.
Oh, Jack!
Oh,
Jack!
for heaven's sake, what now?
Well, Jack, that fellow who stopped you on the street a few weeks ago is at the back door.
The fella stopped me on the... Oh, yes, that's the fella who asked me for a dime, but I gave him 50 cents. Well, Mary, tell him I'll go talk to him. Excuse me, Professor. There's no business like show business like... Oh, hello there, Mr.
Sivoney. John L.C. Sivoney.
Oh, yes, I keep forgetting your name. Oh, what do you want?
Well, I haven't eaten all day, and I thought maybe you'd give me a meal.
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Sivoney, but I don't think we've got any food in the house right now.
That's funny. As I come up the walk, I heard someone plucking a chicken.
Now, wait a minute. I don't mind helping a fella out, but why don't you try earning some money? Have you ever thought about getting a job?
Oh, sure. Only this morning while I was shaving, the mirror said, "Hey, you." I said, "Who?" The mirror said, "You." I said, "Me?" The mirror said, "Yeah." Why don't you go out and get a job, you lazy, no-good loafer? Now, to me, those are fighting words. But I wasn't fool enough to start anything. The guy in the mirror had a razor in his hand.
Look, mister.
Then I realized, holy smoke, it was me.
Mr. Sivoney, do you mean to say that you've never done any work?
Oh, once I had a job. I was an usher at the Burbank Theater for 2 years.
Well, why did you quit?
I didn't quit. My flashlight burned out and I got lost.
Oh.
But I'm glad I'm not there anymore. Every time the girls come on, it made me so nervous.
Well, Mr. Sivoney, here's some change. Go get yourself something to eat.
Gee, thanks, Mr. Benny. No wonder your picture is on the cover of Look magazine.
Oh, you saw it too?
Yeah. I would just hang around the corner drugstore. I just hang around. I wasn't doing anything. Just hang around. I didn't feel like doing anything. So I just hang around. All of a sudden, I look at the magazine counter and I said, "Holy smoke! Look at that picture. I know that guy. That's Jack Benny. He gave me 50 cents. The druggist said, "What?" I said, "That's Jack Benny. He gave me 50 cents. And that's when it happened.
What happened?
All the bottles fell off the shelf.
Mr. Sivoney, I'm taking a violin lesson, so go get yourself something to eat.
Okay, goodbye, pal.
Oh, just a minute, Don. Come in. Oh, no. No. Come back some other time, Mr.
Sivoney.
Look, Mr. Sivoney, I'm trying to do a program. Look, what do you want to see me about?
Well, I need a little money. And I was wondering if you could help me out.
Now, wait a minute. I don't mind giving you a handout every once in a while, and I'll take you to a meal this time, too. But why? For heaven's sake, why don't you get yourself a job? Any kind of a job.
All I need is 10 cents so I could take a bus down to San Pedro. The man said for me to be on the bus by 6 o'clock.
To be on the bus or on the boat?
On the boat by 6 o'clock.
different. You got yourself a job on a boat, eh?
No. I went on a quiz program and won 2 glorious weeks in Honolulu.
You won 2 glorious on a quiz program?
Mm-hmm.
I just can't believe it.
Well, I'll tell you how it happened anyway. I was walking down the street. I wasn't doing anything. Just walking down the street. I didn't feel like doing anything. So I was just walking down the street and I wasn't doing anything. While I was passing a radio station, a fellow in the uniform said, "Hey, you." I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yeah." Would you like to be on the quiz program? And while I was asking him if he could spare a dime for a cup of coffee, he takes me inside the studio, writes my name on a card, and sits me down. Ooh, I'm so nervous. Well, I'm just sitting there. I ain't doing anything. Just sitting there. All of a sudden, the master of ceremony says, "Our next contestant is Mr. Sivoney." I said, "Sivoney, holy smoke, that's me."
I can't look at him. I can't get over your winning 2 weeks in Honolulu. What was the question?
Well, he looked at me and said, "John, in geographical terminology, what is the parallel of the biological aspect of the vernal equinox?"
And you answered that question?
What a lucky guess.
Well, Mr. Sivoney, here's the dime, and give my regards to Hilo Hattie.
Thanks, pal. Goodbye.
Maybe that's them now. Come in. Well, I certainly didn't expect to see you, Mr.
John L. Sivoney.
John, what are you doing here?
I just dropped in to tell you the good news. I just got a job.
A job?
Yeah. I'm going to be an usher at Graham's Chinese Theater.
An usher at Grauman's Chinese, eh? Well, good.
I sure was lucky to get it. There was a lot of people there before me. They must have been waiting a long time.
Well, how do you know?
I could see their footprints in the cement.
No, John, well, never mind. Look, anyway, I know you'll make a very good usher.
I hope so.
Yeah.
They offered me the same job at the Pantages Theater, but I turned it down.
Why?
They're showing Born yesterday, and the smell of hospitals makes me sick.
Well, tell me, John, how did you get the job at the Chinese?
Well, I'll tell you how it happened anyway. I was walking down the street. I wasn't doing anything. Just walking down the street. I didn't feel like doing anything. Just walking down the street. All of a sudden, a fella comes up to me and says, "Hey, you." I said, "Who?" He said, "You." I said, "Me?" He said, "Yeah." And can't you see I'm busy?
Busy?
I was counting the cracks in the sidewalk.
Well, mister,
You better watch me. I sink awful fast.
I'm sure you... Well, good luck on your job, Mr. Sivoney. Goodbye.
Bye.